Hello there! Right, guys, let's dive straight into it. Knights of Ren, one of the most mysterious things in the Star Wars sequels, and I'm gonna show you a bit from the visual dictionary on them. There's quite a lot of information, and yeah. So this is the visual dictionary. You can get it $40. There's also downloadable PDFs, but you have to sign in and pay money off these websites and stuff. But they basically have all the Knights of Ren, and I'll probably do like a 2 or 3 part series on all of them. But in this video, we're just going to do Vikrul, Cardo, and Ushar. So these are the three in the first page. Vikrul, he sees himself as the harvester of the fallen. He's probably the most seen. You kind of get his picture on the front of the visual dictionary, and he's probably the most iconic figure when you look at the Knights of Ren. He's got this awesome scythe-like weapon with all these technological advancements to it, and it looks absolutely deadly. And you see he's got a blaster on his hip, but I think the main focus is on that melee weapon there. And it also says on his page that he has an affinity with the Force, which is let me read it out. The dark side, though it may be muted by his lack of Force training, surges through him with each hateful strike. And then down, Vikrul's latent Force abilities manifest themselves in heightened reflexes and the power to magnify fear in his prey, though these abilities come unbidden and uncontrolled. So he's hasn't had much training in the Force. He's powerful though, but uncontrollable, and really, that's probably as much as we kind of get in his character. We have no idea how old he is, his species. He looks almost like human, but obviously he could be something completely different. Like, it would be hilarious if he was Twilight or something. That would be hilarious. But yep. Alrighty, Cardo next. We get very little on his actual personality. It mostly goes into his weaponry, which consists of concussion grenades, plasma bolt shells, and a massive arm cannon, which says it contains more than enough firepower for a single soldier, so it can definitely pack a punch. Other than that, that's basically it on Cardo. It does say, though, that his obsession with weapon modification makes him the best armourer of the Knights. So he's basically obsessed with modifications to his weaponry, and he's constantly doing that. But other than that, that's basically it. Obviously, he's Force sensitive, but to a stunted degree. Hoi! And last but not least is Ushar, of whom the internet is surprisingly devoid of pictures. Images, I should say. So, yeah, bear with me on this one. It might be a bit boring for the visuals. I will read it out, though, because it's got quite a lot of detail. Alright. Ushar is the knight most likely to force prisoners to grovel for mercy. He tests the mettle of his victims. Those who whimper for help are deserving a slow punishment, while those who fight back are to be lauded. Ushar's helmet bears a crumple mark of a particularly feisty prisoner who retaliated. This desperate effort earned them Ushar's respect, and a swift death. Ushar's signature weapon is a war club with a blunt, heavy end that helps drive kinetic energy into a concussion field generator. This feature can produce a widely dispersed concussion blast. So there you go. Here's a bit of info on him. Helmet with breathing tubes and anti-ox filters suggest non-human origin. That's on his helmet. So maybe we've got a non-human in the Knights of Ren. I wonder who he is and what species he is. And other than that, it just says he's got a couple of thermal detonators slung over his shoulder. And it's got diagrams of his war club on the next page. But I think we'll cover that in a separate video, like all their helmets and weaponry and stuff. So I reckon that concludes this video, in 3-part video. Unfortunately, there are very, very few images that aren't copyright for the nights around on the internet. So probably makes for boring visuals, but maybe listen to it more like a podcast or an audio book and just listen. Hopefully this helps, and yeah, see you in the next video.